Guys, I had been talking and having different conversations throughout the week, and just recently, a couple of days ago, I think it was maybe Thursday or Friday night, I came up with something, and I just wanted to put something together to have a conversation. If we could just talk for a minute. And the thing that came to mind, the first thing I wanna touch bases on three things. Three things that I had talked about were gender, race, and maturity. Now I'll kind of dissect the three as I go. But one thing that I want to talk about specifically is maturity. I came up with this thing, and I wanna grow on it. Like I wanna make something with it. I was looking for two individuals to just specifically do some work with. And when it comes to the two specific individuals, my aim was for them to be of certain criteria, to meet certain criteria. And one of those were, I was looking for two women. One individual had to be of a certain age, and I was specifically looking for a woman to be of a certain age with grandkids that were adults. And then I was looking for another female individual to be of a certain mature age. But the thing about it is, I wouldn't be who I am if I wouldn't consider the appropriate person to, you know, indulge in these different things that we were trying to do. So I didn't want to limit it, because I'm sure that there are some individuals out there that meet these qualifications, but that aren't necessarily a female. And I'm open to considering the option, but it was just something just giving thought to, and right away the qualifications came off female, and certain other qualifications that came behind that. But those were some of the things that stood out. Now, the conversation I want to have with you guys is, we've been talking about business a lot, as we enter the second quarter of the year. We had a conversation during I'm not sure if it was the ending of 2024, the beginning of 2025, but now said certain things about, maybe, during certain times we're able to give thought to certain things. And I'm just like, listen, if starting a business is something that you've given thought to, and it doesn't, business is business, right? But I'm just saying, like, if it's something you've given thought to, if it's you want to expand on the business that you already have, things like that. I had a brief conversation about certain type of things, and I've just been, you know make myself available to have these conversations, because it's not, you know a it's not a one size fits all thing. And when I say that is, it's different industries out here. So you cannot walk into a conversation with an individual that's from a certain experience level in the workforce, and think that you're going to present results that are a single person thing. When I say single person thing, I'm just saying from a single experience is what I mean. But moving right along, lateral subjection is what we're talking about, and that is um, business, objective, and population. Now, when we talk about those things, you want to get a better idea of overcoming challenges, right? Because not everything is applicable to all aspects. As I mentioned, when you're talking about individuals from various, industry backgrounds, right? So Not everything is applicable to all aspects or point of views and responsibilities. So a lot of times I try to give good examples that captures the essence of what we're talking about. And a lot of times those examples are able to transcend to different things, whether it be the type of conversations we're having. It can be more of a specific conversation. It could be a adult conversation that we're having. We can apply it to the business aspect of things. We can apply it to certain things, goals and aspirations that we have. So I like to use examples sometimes, but not all the time are these examples. And lately that's a accomplishment in itself, because lately I've been using examples, and that lets you know what kind of guy you're dealing with, because a lot of these examples that I've been using have been able to transcend, but like not even in reality, actuality, that's not going to be the case time and again. So when you talk about, hey, you're listening, you like Agent Sean Lynch, what kind of guy is he? What does he do? This and that. So you have an idea of what I do, but then you get a better idea of the things that I do when I talk about, the examples that I give and how they're able to transcend in different aspects of conversation. But that's not always going to be the case. So I want you to keep that in mind. And I want you to also understand that I work with different talents. So if no matter the industry or the background that you come from, I'm open and I'm willing to have a conversation, and I get things. I provide results. I get things done is what I do. So I understand that when you are considering certain things, you want to put yourself in the right. You want to put yourself in the right situation to where you can get a better understanding, and from there you can so forth and so on. So but I'm just telling you that my experience of working with different talents, my experience of working with different individuals from different industries, is going to land you in the right place at the right time to have results presented in front of you. And this whole time what we're doing is, you're not like, it's not a cut and dry thing. I'm with you the entire time, and we're going to walk through this thing together and come out with results, with standing results that you know what's the word I'm looking for? With standing results that stand up to the requirements and the things that you're looking, to accomplish. And again, you have to excuse me if I'm, kind of in and out, because this thing is not rehearsed. I'm having a specific conversation. So I want you to take it as if we've shooken hands already. So we shook hands already, and we're having just a regular conversation, and as we begin to get more comfortable with each other, you can understand that I'm here to provide you with results with the things that matter to you. Now, and I mentioned, but again, not everything is applicable to all aspects or point of views and responsibilities, right? So the three things that I talked about, it was business, objective, and population, right? And those are the things that you want to think about, because when you're talking about, whether you're at the initiation point or you haven't even began to give thought, you just know that it's something that you want to do. You have to begin to just think about these things. You want to think about these things, right? So that way, that as you begin to step closer into the goals that you set for yourself, you have a better understanding of certain things, right? And another thing that I mentioned was overcoming challenges, right? So involved in these three subjects are things that come along with this. Business in itself is something that from the day to day you want to get a handle on. And a lot of times it's not something that happens overnight, but you want to get a handle on it. You want to be able to understand the